right, go ahead, Dan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Red Bank Planning Board will come to order this 22nd day of July. The time is 7:04 p.m. Adequate notice of this meeting has been posted at Borough Hall, filed with the Borough Clerk, and mailed to the Asbury Park Press and the Two River Times. Your roll call, please.
Mayor Portman, absent. Shauna Ebanks, present. Christina Bonatakis. Dan Mancuso.
Here.
Louis Demento.
Here.
Barbara Boas. Megan Massey. Itzel Hernandez. Frederick Stone. Absent. And Brian Farnigan.
We have a couple of administrative matters. First, the regular meeting minutes from July 8th. Does anyone have any comments, additions, or other information they'd like to share regarding those minutes? If not, can I have a motion to accept them, please?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Next, we have the Red Bank Community Energy Plan. The borough developed this community energy plan through participation with the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities grant program. And we have someone here to present this for us. Who is this? Who do we have?
We have Ben.
Ben, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me okay?
Great, we can't hear you. So hang on a minute.
This is me. Oh, Lord Jesus. Where's the speaker? This one? Ben, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh. Son of a gun.
can.
Oh, can't look up that high. Yeah, everything is up here. Is it my computer? Yeah, is your mic, his mic is on. Can you hear us?
You can hear us, but
Good,
we
can
can't hear
hear.
you.
It's awesome.
Start singing a song, Ben. So that when oh, there you go. We got it. Okay.
I was going to start singing.
Okay. I was really looking forward to that. Maybe later.
Do anything.
Is there a borough song?
Is
No.
there a bird?
can write
maybe
one.
maybe there should be. Okay. All right. So I appreciate it. I don't know, Shauna, now that you guys can hear me, did you guys want to say anything else or want me to go ahead into the presentation?
Tell us what you're up to.
Okay. Up to about 5'10" and a half, but bad dad joke. I have 7 kids, so forgive the bad dad jokes. So I'm presenting the community energy plan. Like it was mentioned, this was under a grant from the Board of Public Utilities to align the New Jersey Energy Master Plan, which has 7 different strategies I'll go through in just a moment, with different municipalities. So we're working with about 15 different municipalities on these community energy plans. It was a great way. Most states, they create a state plan, the municipalities may do something, but they're not necessarily aligned. There's some, incentives and rebates, et cetera. But New Jersey actually, they've had the Energy Master Plan around since 2008, and it's had different iterations through different administrations. And now through the grant program, which has been around for a couple of years for the Community Energy Plan grant program, it paves the way to get incentives and additional grant funding through the Community Energy Plan Implementation Grant, which is the next round. So now that you've completed the Community Energy Plan, you do qualify for those that next round of implementation grants. And essentially what this is doing is aligning the state energy priorities with borough energy priorities to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, make their borough more efficient, and allow you to have ordinances and training and community outreach that are in line with the state's energy master plan. And I got to say too, I've represented a lot of clients. I'm doing, I used to be a public finance attorney representing states, counties, municipalities, and I was a county environmental commission chair. But I've been doing clean energy projects for almost 20 years now. I gotta say, Red Bank really is, one of the standout municipalities for having undertaken a lot of the measures. You've implemented a lot of the measures already, or in the process of doing so. So my hat's off to you, but let me run you through the different areas that are in the community energy plan. There are 7 strategies under the state. You'll notice strategy 5 is missing. Strategy 5 is modernization of the electric grid. That is solely between the public utilities and the Board of Public Utilities, and there are no initiatives to be pursued for municipalities there. So we got strategies 1 through 7 excluding 5. Strategy 1 is reducing energy consumption from the transportation sector. Think making your fleet, municipal fleet, more efficient, electric vehicles, electric charging infrastructure, et cetera. Strategy 2 is accelerating deployment of renewable energy and distributed energy resources. Think solar energy, as well as ordinances paving the way for residents to implement more clean energy as well. Strategy 3 is maximizing energy efficiency and reducing your peak demand on those hottest days, like it was that 2 weeks ago when it was 105, and those days where it's most expensive, and also increasing energy efficiency for municipal facilities. Strategy 4 is reducing energy consumption and emissions from the building sector, and that is about mainly the new construction, where you're creating building permitting checklists and creating the rules of the road for energy efficiency and other information for new builds. Strategy 6 is encouraging, supporting participation by your at-risk communities, low, moderate income, and environmental justice communities. And strategy 7 is expanding the clean energy innovation economy. Think newer technologies like battery energy storage, like the Powerwall or battery storage that you tie to solar. It also includes things like microgrids or the thermal loops like in Atlantic City and Trenton, not as applicable to Red Bank. So I'm going to run you through the initiatives in each of those. We'll do it fairly quickly. I do want to say too, your entire energy plan is available on the website for the borough. So it's about a 40-page document. I'll show you quickly. This is the larger plan, is the Red Bank Community Energy Plan. You can find it on the website and review it there. So going through the individual strategies, strategy 1.1 is adopting supportive zoning and regulations regarding EV infrastructure so that residents and businesses know where they can place EV charging infrastructure, where can charging be located, what are the permitting fees for doing so, what are the rules and regulations around EV infrastructure. Strategy 1.2 is about training first responders like fire and police how to respond to electric vehicle fires. Battery fire in a vehicle is different than gas engine fire, so providing that training. 1.3 is training non-emergency staff like code enforcement officials on how to inspect electric vehicle charging infrastructure. 1.4, purchase alternative fuel vehicles. I know you already have some electric vehicles at the borough and have some plans for additional ones. That's in your plan as well. 1.6, installing public EV infrastructure. And then 1.9 is community EV outreach, meaning making electric vehicle information and charging infrastructure information available to residents, which your environmental commission and green team can do. And 1.10, 1.10 is anti-idling, having anti-idling ordinance on file and actually enforcing the ordinance. Things like signage and having people leaving their vehicles idling outside of a Wawa. Schools are a place people are often idling. So having some information available, signage available, and enforcement as well. Strategy 2 is accelerating deployment of renewable energy and distributed energy resources. You already have some of this in place. So that's why we're not doing all of the initiatives that are available, because you've already done or implemented a lot of these. So strategy initiative 2.1, adopt a supportive zoning and permitting for private solar, meaning for commercial and residential. 2.15 is installing on-site municipal renewable generation. I know you want to consider renewables for your municipal facilities. That's covered there. And 2.6 is buying renewable energy for municipal facilities. Through your electric supply, you can actually nominate a certain percentage of your electric supply to be through utilizing renewable energy. So it's a great way to show that you have some efficiency there, as well as, the borough is also entertaining community solar subscriptions. So residents can save directly on their electric bills by participating in community solar anywhere within the utility service territory. Strategy 3 is about maximizing energy efficiency. 3.1 is about efficiency for your municipal facilities. Think LEDs, more efficient HVAC, remote control thermostats, motion sensors, in bathrooms or offices. So when people aren't there, they are not, leaving lights on. I have one town that recently saw that, when they got motion sensors and were starting monitoring their buildings, that they were leaving them on Sundays, on weekends, and even at night, that a lot of the energy usage was happening even when no one was in municipal facilities. 3.2 and 3.3 go hand in hand. That is about outreach to the community, to residents and commercial businesses within the borough about energy efficiency. That means the Board of Public Utilities Clean Energy Program, and the utilities have incentives and rebates available as well. Thank you for your patience. We're ripping through it. I only got a couple more here, so bear with me. Strategy 4 is about reducing energy consumption emissions from the building sector. Think new building here, people applying for new permits or for site plan approval. 4.1 is about implementing a green building policy where you may want to encourage the borough, this is about borough facilities, encouraging that the borough make new or even renovated construction of municipal facilities following green building practices. You don't have to make it a requirement, but it can be that the borough is placing, on the books that the policy says that the borough should entertain green building measures when they're doing new construction or renovations. 4.2 is about constructing new municipal buildings as model green buildings related to 4.1. 4.4 is asking developers to complete a green development checklist when they submit to you for site plan approval. 4.5 is conducting outreach targeting new construction in the community. So someone going out to folks who've already been approved or folks who are submitting for permits, encouraging them to participate in Board of Public Utilities clean energy programs, or encouraging them to undertake green building practices when completing or when working on their developments. Strategy 6 is about making energy planning inclusive, encouraging and supporting participation with your low and moderate income communities. So 6.1 is about making the energy planning inclusive. So getting this information out to your seniors, your folks on fixed income, your residents with low to moderate income. 6.2 is conducting energy efficiency outreach to those residents, the same as you will in strategy 3 about doing energy efficiency outreach. You want to let your low and moderate income residents know that there are specific programs of the Board of Public Utilities and the utilities that are specifically available to folks with low to moderate income, and allow them to help participate in some of these programs. You'll see in section 6.4, supporting low moderate income community solar subscriptions. I was talking about those subscriptions a few minutes ago that the borough is already entertaining. The state has a 50% carve out for all community solar subscriptions to be available to low to moderate income residents. So you want to have that information available. 6.2 is, like I said, conducting that energy efficiency outreach. And 6.3.2 is supporting e-mobility transit options. That is things like electric bikes, electric scooters, as well as entertaining possibility of having an electric van available the same way you do have a van available to residents. So that covers strategy 6. And then I gotta say too, 6.5 ties in with the energy efficiency outreach in 6.2, where you're reaching out to your faith-based organizations about energy efficiency program, affordable housing, developers and owners as well. Strategy 7 is about expanding the clean energy innovation economy. Like I said, newer technologies related to battery storage. 7.1, adopt energy storage policies. So just like solar and EVs, so that residents and businesses know where they can put battery storage, battery energy storage for resiliency and for backup, as well as for shaving peak demand. And 7.2 is about the borough entertaining the possibility of installing a battery energy storage system, like I said, as backup, as well as to store solar power, store grid power, and be available for peak demand as well. So I've ripped through those fairly quickly. You have a whole 40-page plan, which is available on the website. I know it's a lot of information, but happy to answer any questions from the planning board. Obviously, President Ebanks, happy to answer any questions from you on the board, as well as any members of the public who may be there. So turn it back over to you, and I'm here to answer any questions. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Ben. Does anyone from the board have any questions?
Well, a quick comment and then a question, Ben. Thank you. I really appreciate seeing the data behind this as well as the suggestions. It's the kind of thing that are really helpful for policy. I personally am Councilwoman, if I had any questions about the data in the report, can I send that to you?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
And Sean has got my email if you don't have it already. And I think it's on the first page of the plan as well.
Anyone else on the board have any questions or comments?
Do you have a sample or anything we can look at as far as the green building policy?
We do. We have green development checklist. As far as green building policy, I'll have to check. I mean, we represent lots of municipalities. I'll see if anyone has policy that's put in place that I can share with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Public have any comments or questions regarding the community energy plan? Okay, thank you very much, Ben.
Okay, thank you, board members. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Be well, and go check out the plan. And by all means, send me any questions or comments.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be well.
Next up, we have 64 Locust Avenue, Block 39, Lot 4, seeking a minor subdivision approval of the existing residential lot into 2 lots, together with construction of a new single-family residence. Mr. Brodsky, welcome.
Yes, thanks.
There you
All right.
go.
Should we grab this one too? Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Rick Brodsky on behalf of the applicant K&G Realty Group, LLC. The application before you this evening pertains to the property located at 64 Locust Avenue. Mr. Lechstein, service
Service
in
is
order.
in order, and
Thank
I
you.
have the following exhibits that I'm going to pre-mark.
Yes.
Exhibit A1 will be the minor subdivision plan itself. Exhibit A2 will be the architectural plan. Exhibit A3 will be the location and topographic survey. Exhibit A4 will be the building permit, plot grading plan, soil erosion, and sediment control plan. And then I believe I was just presented with, by the president over here. I've just been presented by 2 additional exhibits. I have exhibit number 1, we're going to call it exhibit A5, which are a series of photos that have been taken. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 sheets of photographs. But actually I guess there's an aerial with the outline of the property on the first page, then 2 photographs on the second page, 2 photographs on the third page, and 2 photographs on the fourth page. So that'll be exhibit A5. And
Yep.
then exhibit A6 is going to be the survey itself, which has been highlighted to show us what's going on in the property.
Great. Okay.
So it's the plan with the revised driveway. That'll be
Yes.
exhibit A6.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Chair, members of the board, revised driveway. The application before you, some of you will probably look familiar to some of the board members on here, some of the self. So basically, it's a minor subdivision to form two residential lots out of the single significantly oversized waterfront lot. There's a number of lots like this along Locust, where the lots are deep and relatively narrow. And so, as you probably have seen, the development pattern has been quite consistent in terms of developing larger homes toward the, let's say, rear of the property, closer to the waterfront, and developing smaller homes up closer along Locust. We'll go through that, and even in your board engineers report, Ariel, you see that that development pattern is quite consistent along Locust, and kind of seems like it's missing something on this lot. And indeed, that's really the subject matter of the application. There is an existing home, there is a home under construction, which is almost complete on the, let's say, waterfront portion of the lot. And then the application before you seeks the subdivision approval with respect to constructing a smaller home up on Locust, consistent with the other homes along Locust. The variance relief that is associated with the application is pretty limited. The only variances that we need, understandably, it's with respect to the lot frontage, the rear, that being proposed at 25 feet up on Locust, and then of course it expands, and that becomes the large lot that opens up towards the rear to house the waterfront home. And then the new lot, the newly proposed lot up along Locust, is fully conforming with respect to all bulk criteria, other than having parking in the front yard. We did address and resolve the parking deficiency with respect to the newly proposed lot up on Locust by essentially flipping the driveway after consulting and speaking with one of the neighbors who had made a suggestion, and we adopted it to flip the proposed driveway, and that's depicted in A6 that was just handed out, so that there is room to park 2 cars on there, which is what is required for each of the lots. And then, so that's the extent of the relief. The lot frontage with regard to the very large lot that opens up in the back, and parking in the front yard. No variance with respect to number of parking spaces. And this is, as I said, is very consistent, almost mirrors the development that has occurred over the last few years along Locust. And many of the homes along Locust either do not have parking at all, or do have parking in the front yard as well. So without further ado, unless the board members have any questions, what I'd like to do is just have our project engineer, Joe May, just walk the board real quick through the property as it exists today, and then what's proposed as part of the application.
All right, Mr. May, do you swear testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
And just state your name for the record.
Joseph May, M-A-Y,
And you are a licensed engineer and planner of state of New Jersey?
just a licensed engineer.
Just an engineer. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So if you would, like I said, just walk the board through the property as it exists, and then what's proposed as as part of the application. I think I've set it up pretty well. Everything I said so far accurate?
Yes.
Okay, shoot.
The property is located at 64 Local.
Hold that mic right up to your,
Also known as Block 39, Lot 4. It contains a 75-foot frontage along Locust and also has frontage along the river. The depth of the lot is approximately 360 feet and approximate area of about 27,000 square feet. The existing lot is located in the RD district zone, residential district, where single-family dwellings are permitted. The applicant is proposing to create a new conforming 5,000 square foot lot along Locust Avenue. The lot will be 50 by 100. This lot is very similar to the homes at 58, 62, and 60 Locust, and it's also consistent with the character of the neighborhood. The proposed home will comply with all the applicable zoning setbacks, height, coverage, and lot coverage and floor area. The home is also consistent with the scale and residential character of nearby properties. The initial submission depicted the driveway on the right of the house, as the attorney spoke. That has been relocated to the left and meets the 2 off-street parking spaces required by RSIS. The proposed dwelling will be served by public water and sewer. Trash pickup will be curbside, and the remainder of the lot will contain a 25-foot frontage along the street. Then the lot will open up to 75 feet wide in the northern portion of the lot.
How many cars can fit on that front lot now?
2.
Only 2, and that, it's not 3 is required? 2? It's just 2, okay. All right, go ahead.
The rear lot has a home under construction, it has no deviations to any of the approved plans for that lot. The applicant is requesting variance relief for the minimum lot width requirement for the remainder lot. The ordinance requires 50 feet, while the area being created for the driveway is 25. I feel that this minor variance request is sound because it mimics the 2 adjacent parcels. At 70 Locust, the water lot has a 32-foot wide frontage, but it doesn't have a 50-foot wide lot. And at 58 and 62, it only has a 70-foot wide frontage. This application is better than the ones on both sides of them. The application does not violate traditional purpose of zoning, as there's no detriment to providing adequate air, light, open space, and the new home certainly complements the streetscape by promoting a desirable visual environment. Negative criteria. The requested variance can be granted without substantial detriment to the public good. The proposed single-family dwelling is permitted in the use in the zone and will not alter the essential residential character. The lot width condition will not by itself create adverse effects relating to traffic, parking, drainage, noise, light, air, or public safety. The application will not substantially impair the intent of the purpose of the zoning plan or zoning ordinance. The zoning permits single-family dwellings, and the new lot is conforming.
Okay, and Joe, you to review a report dated July 20, 2000, correct?
Yes, I have.
So I think most of it, but I think if we just skip to the comments starting on page 7 in subsection G, if we could just blow through those really quickly, just so we can get that on the record.
Yes, with the chairman's permission, I'll just read my response to those. The land survey will item number 1, the land survey will update their subdivision plan so the footprints is match. At the time the subdivision plan was created, we didn't have an architect on board. Number 2, a note will be added for the curb and sidewalk. Number 3, there's no other improvements are proposed. Number 4, there's no impacts. It's just a single-family home. IRS says 10 trips per day, which is the minimum impact to traffic. Number 6, we will comply. Number 7, it's curbside pickup. We will provide an enclosure if that's preferred by the board.
Where
Number
would you put it?
at the end of the driveway, adjacent to the screening for the AC condenser.
Does anyone else has a garbage enclosure along that street?
No,
I don't.
I didn't think
recall.
so.
no, I don't think we've ever
Require that,
do it.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
As a former juvenile delinquent, that really, I could just think of all the things that could go wrong there.
Yeah,
So, no, I don't think that's a big deal.
okay.
Okay. The new lot drains to the street. We can do soil testing and send a report to the engineer for review. If the soils are good, we can add a dry well if required. We are not aware of any drainage issues on this site. We will provide utilities at plot plan. There's no trees planned to be removed, no fences proposed. Number 14 will comply, and number 15, the lighting will be typical doors, driveway, typical of any house.
Okay,
There won't be any separation between the 2 lots then?
With respect to a fence,
Fence or landscaping?
Landscaping, something?
there's none proposed at this time.
Possible to do landscaping in the rear, just,
Something to delineate the 2 lots.
Right.
I'm sure we can accommodate that.
Yeah, we could have it, yeah.
I
You
think the
mean-
rear is more important because you don't want where if it's a family, children, running.
Privacy screening.
Yeah.
You mean, so from the driveway going east?
Along the northeast boundary, I think they're referring to, and some along the driveway, I would
Yes.
recommend.
Okay,
I'm not so concerned about the driveway, or maybe because it may, over time, it may run into like a shared driveway situation where people believe it's connected, but it's not. That may be an issue there, but it's more so the backyard for the new building where that begins in the other property.
okay.
But now I'm thinking about it, there should be some type of fencing or landscaping to separate the two driveways.
Delineate the separate driveways. I
So,
would agree.
But what Shauna is saying is along the rear property line of the new lot.
And here I also believe.
Yep. There and along the rear of the new lot.
Right, along the driveway and along the rear of the property.
Yeah.
You're right.
Got it.
So you'll add some sort of landscaping or fencing that is conforming.
Okay,
And that'll be subject to the engineer's review and approval.
yes. Okay, and then the architect will hit the architectural comments and then in a moment, but Joe, just do the last 5 miscellaneous comments real quick.
Yes,
Starting at 20.
20, the minor variance was addressed in my testimony.
Yep.
There was no deviations to the home being built. Number 22, we will comply, and 23 through 25 are basically statements.
Questions for Mr. May? Okay. Matt?
Thank you, Chairman, board
Anyone
members.
from the public have any questions
Sorry.
for Mr.
Sorry.
May?
Okay. Thank you,
Matt.
Chairman, board members.
So as Mr. Cronin approaches, I'll remind those board members who were around for the last couple that he actually designed the other homes that were part of these similar applications along Locust. So he's a very qualified witness. Let's have him sworn in.
Mr. Cronin, do you swear any testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And you're a licensed architect in New Jersey with your license in good standing?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Matt, just real quick, for the record, background and experience as a licensed architect. Okay,
We don't need that.
Next.
He's licensed.
okay. Matt, you prepared the architectural plans that have been submitted.
I did.
And indeed, you did them for 70 and for the properties on either side of this as well. You designed those homes.
House on others.
Yeah, okay. Okay, go. Let's talk about the design for the home.
I'm proposing a 2.5-story wood frame house on the similar to the houses built on either side of this property. We've got a front porch as you enter, small foyer, half bath with a closet, private study, and then a large living space, open living space in the back, living, dining, kitchen, and a sliding glass door out to the backyard. On the east side, we've got stairs going up to the second floor and down to the basement. When you reach the second floor, we've got a master bedroom suite with a walk-in closet and a private bathroom at the rear. And then off of the hall, we've got a laundry area, hall bath, and 2 other bedrooms. Then we've got stairs up to a habitable attic, which is, for the math of it, less than 1/3 of the floor below it. So it is a legal habitable attic, which meets the criteria for the half story that we're allowed. And we would finish the center area of the attic. The front and the rear would be storage and mechanicals. And the area would be a loft with an open railing overlooking the stairs and the dormers to the east. The house will be traditional materials,
Matt,
horizontal.
what you're referring to there is that a colored
This
version of?
this is a colored version of the
So
elevation
we
that
probably
we
should-
submitted.
It's just
Correct,
color.
yes.
Should we mark it separate? A7? Okay. Okay, sorry.
Okay, we've got the front of the house, we've gable roof, covered front porch with a small bay coming out to the front to add some shadow line. I noticed this afternoon as I was coloring the elevation, we mislabeled the two side elevations. So the elevation that is labeled as west is actually the eastern elevation, and east is actually west. So on the eastern elevation, we've got the porch with the bay coming out to the front of the porch. We've got the dormer in the attic. And then on the west, we've got just a porch and some windows. And in the rear, we've got the master bedroom overlooking the backyard, sliding glass door. The roof will be asphalt shingle. The siding will be horizontal lap siding. The client's intent, my client's intent, is to have a consistency with the house he's building behind it. So it'll be white or light beige, black windows, dark gray roof, AZEK or PVC trim, and wood front porch and rear porch.
Okay.
We've got some of the notes on the T&M letter.
Yes.
On,
So that's paragraph 16 on the T&M letter, page 9. I
Yes,
think you've addressed already.
kind of hit this, but the proposed house is a 2.5-story wood frame house with gable roofs and a covered front porch. Siding will be horizontal lap siding, probably cement board or high-end vinyl. The trim will be vinyl, and the roof will be a typical asphalt shingle. 17, the siding will be beige or white. The window frames will be black. The trim will probably be white, and the roof will be darker gray to, again, for consistency with the rear house, even though they're going to be different owners. We will provide the basement floor plan on a revised set. And the client does, for number 19, we do intend to occupy a third of the attic. So that's what we are proposing. We also intend to finish the basement, which most houses in this area have done or are in the middle of doing. We will add the egress window that is required so that the basement, you'll be able to get in and out. The egress and ingress, I believe the term, will be easy to access the basement.
Okay.
The attic is a third of the second floor.
Mr. Cronin, does the use of the attic spaces as a bedroom require a second means of egress?
It does.
And where are you proposing that?
We've got the two windows in the dormer are egress size casement windows. So that would be right here at the rear end of the loft there.
Do you need to provide stairs out, or are you just assuming that, or is it
For
perhaps the window size enough like it is for the basement?
For this height of the house, the window's sized enough.
Thank you.
And the revised plans that will be submitted, in addition to showing the fencing and landscaping and the basement floor plan, will also show the flip driveway as well.
We will
Right.
show the new driveway to the west of the house.
Right,
We will show the corrected elevations.
right. Okay.
And we will show the basement with the minimal finish that my client is looking for.
Questions for Mr. Cronin?
Question, the surrounding houses that are like this, do they usually have rear decks?
We never designed them to have rear decks. I've not been back We usually just, we've been just putting stairs down to grade. They might have a patio, but that was not part of our plan on any of the three.
Yeah, it's just because you're cutting it pretty close to the rear yard setback, and if a new person, whoever moves into that property may want a rear deck, then they'd run into the issue of wanting a variance, but that's all, I mean, up to them, but I was just trying to figure out from the aerial whether or not, it seemed like a few had rear decks, but
You can't tell from the aerial that I have, it's from the wrong direction.
So the board have any questions for Mr. Cronin?
It looks like it could be patio or deck, honestly.
I have a question. I want to go back up to the third floor.
Yes.
And the fire egress. Would that, without having a separate ladder permanently installed that falls out of the window or anything, would that pass the fire code in Red Bank?
Yes, well, it would pass the state fire code.
It would?
Yes,
On the third floor? Okay.
on an attic.
I'm,
It's all about the height above grade, which
okay.
we are under the maximum, which is the height that most fire departments have a ladder to get to, essentially.
Okay.
So yes, we do comply.
Anyone else on the board have any questions for Mr. Cronin? Anyone from the public have any questions? Yeah, come on up.
Sir, I'm just going to swear you in. Do you swear any testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And just state your name for the record.
Stephen Houck.
And is it Steven? Is it
Stephen.
Phen? Thank you. And spell the last name?
Houck.
Thank you very much. And what's your address?
60 Locust Avenue is my residence.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So my wife and I built 58, 62, and 68. We own 60 and we own 70. So I'm very familiar with these houses. Matt and I designed these houses, and they're beautiful houses. And, you know, as far as like the egress in the attic, that's always been an office space all the houses. I never put a closet in there or anything, so it was never a bedroom. And that was actually the selling point to the houses was during COVID was the offices in it because everybody was working from home. So I don't know their intention if they want to make it a bedroom, but I would doubt it. You have plenty of bedrooms in the house, especially if you're going to put the egress in the basement, you know. So I have no problem with the house. I actually want the house to be built because it was my intention to build for across there. But I didn't get that property. So I'm all in support of it. I reached out to them. The only thing I wanted was the driveway that they've complied with. And the only thing I'm thinking is because it's a 50 by 100 lot, I never had that big a lot. It would be nice if instead of the 4-foot side yard, if they gave them 6 or something off of 62. That might be a nice thing. Just to give it center of the house a little bit more. And the elevation actually that Matt showed is actually the elevation that I would suggest. Because on the 3rd floor, there's a dormer, and their current proposal, the dormer would face 62s, which would be about 18 feet apart. And you'd be looking in, plus all the windows would align up. So I would do the mirror image that I did at 68. I think would be nicer for the people at 62. And also with your new driveway location, now your front door is on the correct side as the driveway. So those are my recommendations. But you know, the main thing was the driveway, just because the parking over there is pretty bad. So to add another car to the street, plus you're putting the driveway in there, you're eliminating a spot. So that was all I'm for it overall.
Thanks,
Okay?
Steve.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve.
Anyone else from the public have any questions or comments for the architect? Does anyone have any questions or comments regarding the application as a whole?
Mr. Chair, that's all I have.
Yes, it possible to, I mean, I see that you have the setbacks, the side yard setbacks to shift the
Yeah,
house just
I mean-
4 feet. I mean, it's the,
To shift to slide the house over maybe 2 feet from that eastern property line. So that rather
it's a
than it being,
combination for the side yard setback is 15 and you're at a combo of 25.81.
We could potentially move it up to 3 feet and we would just make sure that we comply with the setbacks for the
Yeah.
driveway.
You have.
We give them some relief that way.
Right.
So you're moving it to what?
Making the 5'8" on the eastern setback.
You're gonna make
That-
it 5'8"?
No,
No,
no, the 5 foot setback becomes 8 feet.
I thought
Up to 8
it's,
feet.
I thought it's 4 feet on that side.
It's 5. It's 5.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
So
So the
potentially up
5-foot eastern
8.
setback is becoming 8 feet.
8
Okay.
feet. 8 foot eastern setback. Side setback.
Anyone else from the board have any questions for the applicant? Any comments?
I have comments. I love what you've done. I love what you've done. I grew up on that street with my grandparents lived on that street. I like the fact that you are keeping Red Bank, Red Bank. And, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, go.
Turn on your mic. Number, the dry well or detention or dry well, stormwater. It's not required in Red Bank if it's not a major development. But we always recommend it, but it's up to the board, if they are requiring it. So when we do resolution compliance, they sometimes go back to the tape and say, did they make a determination of whether they're required, if the board wants them to do it or not? They said they would do it if it's required. So are you saying that it's required for this site or not?
We generally don't do that, do we? No. I'm okay with it not being required. If you feel like you need to do it, then obviously you should do it.
Then
But-
they would.
We wouldn't, I don't see us requiring it unless someone else has an opinion.
We'd prefer not to do it.
I'm sure you would, but
There's no drainage issues. There's a large drainage structure being constructed on the rear of the home, which is going to address, 80% of the runoff from this property. The existing lot. Yes,
Okay.
Chairman.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's detention for that lot. I believe.
That's the underground detention basin right now.
For that-
If you look at the photo, you can actually see it on the cover. That's actually being constructed in that photo.
Jackie, what was the number of the dry well comment?
Sorry.
It's the cover of the photos.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm looking for the dry well comment.
6'9".
9, page 8,
Page 8?
page 8, number 9.
Okay. Oh, it just says storm, it doesn't mention dry well specifically. That's the words I wrote. We're okay.
Now we know why. If there are no other comments or questions, does anyone on the board wish to make a motion regarding this application?
Just wait, and it's just a
Shoot.
question. Can we take into consideration Steve's suggestion about flipping the sides?
They already did.
They said
Where
they
was
do
it?
that.
Okay. All right.
That was in exhibit A6. That's what they revised.
About flipping the driveway?
Yeah.
Moving the
No,
driveway?
Flipping the dormer of the house.
Oh, I apologize. I misunderstood Megan. Sorry, it was not.
Okay,
I
Okay,
apologize.
so that the neighbors aren't staring at each other.
okay.
You guys okay with that?
They're gonna put the dormer,
On the west side.
it's on the east side right now. It's gonna flip to the west side?
Yes.
Question about the trees on the plan. I know it's for the rear lot, but there are 2 trees that you're proposing to remove.
I thought you said you weren't removing any trees.
It says it right here.
Those
you
were
put it
left
back?
over from the prior application.
Oh, that's
I
from
do
the prior.
apologize. Yes, I do apologize.
There are definitely no trees being removed,
There are no trees being removed.
and the plan will be revised if it's on there to remove it. Remove
Okay.
that notation.
Right.
The only tree being removed is a notation that there are trees being removed.
And just one last comment. Do we still require, in this area, do we require like an easement for the potential of a waterfront walkway?
It's for major developments.
Okay,
Yeah.
so no waterfront walkway here.
No, unless they want to give it to us
I
out
don't
of the
think-
kindness
I don't
of their
think-
heart.
I don't think we have a single easement on this street. Well, I'm sure we have Bellhaven, but,
Yeah, and
Beyond-
Lucas, the big
and
development.
Lucas Landing, but
Yeah, Lucas.
everything from this property east, northeast, I don't think we have a single, there's no major development anywhere else on the street further up
Yeah.
towards Shrewsbury Avenue, so we never asked.
Okay. You know what, that's hurtful.
Anyone from the board like to make a motion?
I motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Shauna Ebanks, yes. Christina Bonatakis?
Yes.
Dan Mancuso?
Yes.
Louis Mento?
Yeah.
Barbara Boas?
Yes.
Megan Massey?
Yes.
Itzel Hernandez? And Brian Parnigan?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good luck. Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
No opposed? Megan, I want-